This conversation completely breaks down when one question can't get answered. Is a mother and father in the same household the best outcome for a child or not?
I'm not a fan of like the nuclear family.
When asked about responsibility, the panel argues that women control most outcomes: sex, contraception, and even birth, which means responsibility isn't 50-50.
Even if we do simple math, right? Because you said 50-50, then 100%, right? Divide that by 2, because that's only 2 choices so far. That's 75% on you.
Instead of answering directly, Tara shifts the conversation to slogans, saying everything should be about what's best for the child.
Again, our conversation should center around what's best for the child, not which adult made the mistake.
But when the panel asks what family structure is actually best, the answer never comes.
If you're not a fan of the nuclear family, what is your alternative that you think is better?
I think people should do what's best for children.
What is that?
That's when the frustration boils over, because avoiding the nuclear family answer changes everything about responsibility.
You want the support of the man, financial support, but you don't want the man doesn't have to be there.
And that's the real divide. Not percentages, not feelings, but whether fathers are optional or essential.
Who determines whether or not that child comes into this world? What percentage?
It would depend on the women, but it's based on the state that she lives in, is what I was saying.
Okay, are there any ways to circumvent that state or that particular law in the land?
I live in Atlanta.
I mean,
yes, right. So because there's a way to circumvent it. If a woman really doesn't want a child to be there, she can take a flight, she can drive, she can go horse and carriage.
No, they actually, I forgot, I think, is it Texas? It's a state you can't just do that.
No, you can do it with consequences.
Yeah, that you can't just do that.
But you can do it.
They're literally, I believe it to be Texas, I could be wrong. They're literally a state, if a woman gets pregnant in that state, and she goes to another state, try to terminate her pregnancy and get caught, like DK just said, there will be consequences for that.
So there's one state.
It is guaranteed. It could be. It's not a guarantee.
Let's do this. Let's be actually gentle. Let's take that one state out of the way and concede that the woman on that state have no
we'll
choice.
Just say most cases.
Now we have 49 other states. Let's go to 45, okay? Because these are gigantic majority. 45 states. Let's talk about the 45 states that don't like the Roe v. Wade thing is not. Let's go to them, right? Let's talk about majorities of majorities. Now we can have the conversation. Go ahead, Tara and Cheeky. Now that we established what we're talking about, majority instead of 2 or 3 states, like go ahead and let's have a conversation.
We're talking about the majority, not fringe, right?
Yes.
No, look, I literally said it's on the woman, and then I gave an exception. Oh, I answered in the beginning.
Okay, so I'm just, again, you said we're skipping steps. I'm going step by step now. You can't get mad about that.
I'm telling Faggy already answered the question.
Oh, okay, well, then cool. Now,
then it's always my fault. God damn it. Jesus Christ.
Now that we've gotten here, right? Even if we do simple math, right? Because you said 50-50, then 100%, right? Divide that by 2, because that's only 2 choices so far. That's 75% on you. The entire process the entire process of a child being made and being alive to see the world is 75% on you. We didn't include things like contraceptives. The fact that you have 21, I think men have 8 or 9,
not even 8,
not including the surgeries. Right. So if you have the most options to not have a child, you have the only option to bring a child into this world. And not only that, you're saying it's 50-50 on all the courts, all the responsibility falls on you because you claim it. Not only that, but you've already said if a woman gives birth to a child, the man doesn't receive any equal amount of praise or accolades for contributing to that child. So you can't act like nothing is this big old thing now. because it supports your argument. But when you have the baby, oh, he ain't do nothing. He just nutted in me. And on every step in every circumstance, the account or the onus is on you as a woman, because you experience what the most medical injuries that could happen, right? The possibility is there. It's higher for you and ain't for men. So if anybody cares about their body and their life, it should be the one person who's going to have who's going to birth the child. That's mainly on you. All of these things lead up mathematically, morally, ethically, majority on the woman. I'm not saying men have no responsibility, but it's minuscule or minor or 25% considering the other things that come into account. So how do you deal with that? Do you agree that women have the majority of the responsibility when it comes to that?
Like I said, it depends what we're talking about, the pregnancy or sex. I think it's weird.
Generally. We're speaking generally.
I know, let me respond. Okay. I think the percentage thing is weird because then instead of like two adults having a conversation or communicating with each other, it's like, well, who's more at fault? And again, it all leads to children, right? And the problem with that is that the fact that in this case that we was talking about is extreme. He said he didn't want the child or whatever, but that's not always the case. There are times when the woman thinks the man wants to have the child with her, and then when the child comes, his behavior changes. So it's not just like, well, it's all on you, because again, our conversation should center around what's best for the child, not which adult made the mistake. Now the child is here for whatever the situation was. And it's like, it's not supposed to be punishment on a woman because she decided to have sex with a man. If that's the case.
Guys, just look at this, right? Look at how these women created their own problems, right? And now they're trying to push blame onto men. They're trying to, oh, well, no, men and women need to take blame. These are the type of women that won't hold women accountable. They won't hold women accountable whatsoever. They hold just men accountable, or they hold man and woman accountable at the same time, right? But it's never let's hold women accountable. And it's sad for women like this because they will never understand what accountability is, and 9 times out of 10 she won't ever get a man. These women wanted to be sexually liberated. These women wanted to say, hey, well, listen, we don't want our parents to tell us who we can and can't deal with. Had to change my glasses, right? But once again, these are the same women that said, hey, well, listen, we don't want our parents telling us who we can and can't date. These are the same women that are trying to tell us that, hey, well, listen, we should be able to sleep around with whoever we want to sleep around with, just like men can do, right? But you got to understand, men can populate a whole society. Women sit over here, they get pregnant by one man, and you sit over here sleeping with multiple men. Nobody really knows who their father is, right? But so there are so many issues as to why women can't go out here and just be sleeping around, but they think they can do the same thing men can do, right? But they can't take the same responsibilities that men have. They can't take on the same consequences that men may get. Once again, it's her body, her choice, until a man says, okay, well, I don't want nothing to do with the child. Then all of a sudden, okay, well, hold on. It's still my body, my choice, but you put the seed in me. Well, once again, I told you I didn't want the child. Well, now I want the freaking child. Well, it's such a slippery slope when we're talking about stuff like this, because at the end of the day, women control access to who gets inside that box. But once again, is their body, their choice, until a man says, I don't want nothing to do with the child. Then all of a sudden, okay, well, hold on. It's no different than women who like to sit around here, talk about how this is my child, until they get to the court, and then they want some money from the man. Then it's, well, this is our child. Women are so wish-washy to their men, and it's just sad, right? Because this is what we have in our dating market. This is the type of women that we have walking amongst us, and we just, society and the system just allows them to get over on people. These are the same women that want to be sexually liberated, but also at the same time will get upset with you because, oh, well, you're slut shaming me. Oh, well, you're telling me you're trying to police my body. You're this, you're that. It's just sad because this is the world that women created, but now they want to get upset because people are saying, okay, well, here are the consequences. You need to take accountability for it.
Women should stop having sex with men. Like, women should not have.
Oh, here we go.
No,
but that's perfect. But Tara, that's perfect. Hey, Tara, if that's the case, Tara, if that's the case though, Tara, then if I bust a nut in you, you have to cooperate with the man who busts a nut in you, right? You need to cooperate and submit to the man who busts a nut. That would make it fair. Can I finish? Ma'am, can I finish? No, ma'am. You said that the woman and we both need to take care of this child, correct?
Yeah, I agree with that.
You said we need to prioritize the child, so the mother needs to put the father first, and the father needs to put the mother first as well, too, correct?
That's not the way I would frame it.
But see, you see how you won't concede to something though? You want to.
It's not that I'm not trying to concede. I'm trying to understand what you mean by that.
Isn't the ideal situation a two-parent household where the man is taking care of the household and the woman is cooperating with that man and she has a leader, right?
Okay, I think there might be the conflict. I'm not a fan of like the nuclear family. I don't think it's.
So who should lead a household?
Oh, wait, whoa.
Oh, so hold on. Oh, I heard
it don't matter. She's not
Ali, abort mission. Ali, abort mission.
Took off his headphones.
Abort mission, Ali. Don't go there.
You got kids?
She says no comment. She said no comment.
No comment. Got kids.
Okay.
Okay, chill.
So again, if you don't support the nuclear family as well, too, I don't see how you're saying we need to prioritize the kid. So you want the father. You don't have to listen to the father, but you want the father to take care of the kid. It's very backwards. So the man doesn't benefit from any of it. Only the woman.
No, Ali. Ali, ask a question. Ask a question.
No, the nuclear family isn't the only family structure. In this case right now that we're talking about is multi-generational. If we're talking about what's going on with Floyd Mayweather, that's a multi-generational setup.
So what is the perfect? What is the perfect situation you think for the child? What is the best situation for a child? Outside of having a mother and father.
What I'm saying is we agree fundamentally on that. That's fine. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of different ways it can look.
No, man. Tara, I'm gonna ask you again. Outside of the way, based on God's creation or the universe's creation, based on our anatomy, what is better than a mother and father raising a child? What's better than that?
That the child's in an environment where they're getting support and their love, where they have
Ali, please just hear me out for a second. If that is the case, now you're putting the onus, now you're taking less onus or responsibility off of the man because he don't even have to be there because as long as there's a multi-generational home, you're okay. So if a man nuts in a woman, there is no reason for him to have any responsibility because you're diverting that away by saying it could be multi-generational, which means there's so many ways to take care of a child. And the father of the man don't have to be there. So now, while we talking about it's equal, now you just excluded all of that.
Let her answer that. Ali, let her answer that. And then you got it.
No, I disagree. Like I said, when I first came here, I agree with Ebony's point. I was saying that I believe that the parents should be there to provide for the children and that it's okay for extended family to support. I always had that stance this whole time.
No. One second. That's not what Cheeky asked. Listen to what he asked. Listen to what he asked, right? If you are not a fan of the nuclear family, right? Does that mean that the dad has less responsibility? Because you kind of implying that he doesn't have to be there. Like, is that fair?
No, I think y'all misunderstand what multi-generational.
No. Do you know what nuclear family means? I mean, not being facetious. All right, then. So if you're disagreeing with what the nuclear family is,
okay. So we talking about nuclear families now.
The nuclear family only means one thing.
Oh my God.
The nuclear family only equals one thing.
No. Go to Cheeky's point. No, go to Cheeky's point. First, we say the man is required. But
y'all saw how they caught her up. I mean, once again, people, this is the most educated. These are the women that have the most degrees. These are the women, man, that want to be, in the workforce, want to be managers, want to be in the military, want to be CEOs. But ma'am, you can't even answer simple questions. You argue in bad faith. She's just saying stuff just to try to win the argument at this point. And it's just like, once again, but these are your intellectual women. Once again, just saying whatever it takes to win, even if it means that it's going to contradict what you just said. Statistically, it's best for the child to be in a two-parent household rather than a one-parent household. But you're saying that, hey, you're against the nuclear family. Explain. She really can't even explain it, right? But yet in the same breath, you're going to say, well, we need to do whatever is best for the child. Well, what's best for the child is the child being in a two-parent household. And if you want to go a little bit further, once again, right, because this is a part 2, guys, watch the first video, but if you want to go a little bit further, right, your fathers do better at parenting than your mothers do, right? When you talk about statistically wise, right, when you're talking about kids, man, who have to pick do I want to stay with my mama or do I want to stay with my father? The best chances for that child to succeed in life is going to be under that father. But yet she says that the traditional father, right, the traditional parenting style from a father doesn't work. right? It just doesn't make any sense from these women. But once again, these are your sisters who got their degrees from TikTok, right? They got TikTok degrees, right? Certified by Kmart. I mean, guys, look at this video, right? Look at this video. She is no different than these sisters who sit up here and go to school and make up their own degrees, just wasting people's time and wasting parents' money.
Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm studying the unseen body in creative spaces, erasure and exposure of the queer.
Hey, I'm Nina, and I studied the arts, education, and social justice.
I'm Joyce. I studied decolonial intimacies, indigenous politics of resistance.
I'm Victoria, and I studied remembering or forgetting, navigating international conflict through collective memory.
Hi, I'm Kira, and I studied textiles and environmental justice.
Hi, I'm Nunyala. I'm studying living artfully, art as ritual, therapy, and pathways of decoloniality.
I'm Naomi, and I'm studying Black political economy.
Hi, I'm Natalie, and I'm studying fashion history and gender studies.
My name is Marie, and my concentration is the radical disruption for survival, development in sub-Saharan Africa, and social anthropology.
Hi, I'm Ava, and I study unwoman, fugitive family, relationships, and identity, the transformative Black woman.
Right, and my concentration is art as a social mechanism.
Hi, I'm Georgia, and my concentration is dramatic writing and theatrical adaptation.
My name is Noah Loyacano, and my concentration is equilibrium or negotiated paradox.
Hi, my name is Sophie Lopez, and my concentration is titled Queering and Decolonizing Theater Practice. Hi, my name is Maya, and my concentration is journalism, post-colonial studies, and psychoanalysis.
Hi, I'm Eloise. I'm graduating with a concentration in philosophy of science and theater.
My name is Amina, and my concentration is titled The Criminal Mind, which is surrounded on criminology and applied psychology.
Hi, my name is Juliana. My concentration is international business and fashion through sustainable development.
Top 7 degrees with the highest unemployment rate. Number 1, and I don't think this is a surprise to most people because I think it's been pretty high up there. Coming in at 9.4%, we got anthropology.
But once again, we got to take women like this seriously. Let's continue.
Now she's saying the man isn't required.
He's optional.
Now.
He's optional. Yes.
Which means, and this is, hold on, Rebecca. Yes, you did, Rebecca. This is that rhetoric. I don't need a man. Hold on. This is what women do. I don't need a man till I need a man. So we value the man's. Hold on, please, Tara. Please, no. We value the man's contributions and support, but we don't actually value his actual manhood, the fact that he's a father, the fact what he implements into this kid based on who he is. So Chiki's point is very phenomenal. You want the support of the man, financial support, but you don't want the man doesn't have to be there.
That's not what I was saying. With the nuclear family structure, you normally have like a hierarchy where the man is at the head, the wife, and then the children. What I'm saying is I don't believe in that dynamic. I'm not saying that he is not important. I don't think that hierarchy in the household is the best for the child.
Hey, fantastic. Fantastic. Hey, one second. Hey, fantastic is going to interrupt it. This is what this woman is saying, right? I will bypass the direct father of this kid to put the burden on the extended people that didn't put that kid on this planet.
That's not what I said.
No. Listen, respectfully. If you are saying extended family and you are putting that burden on the extended family and saying, I'm not a fan of the nuclear family and I'm going to give Fantastic the floor. What is, and answer this question because I'll ask you, but do we move too fast? What will be the ideal, not perfect, ideal setup for Tara? If Tara was the empress of the planet and she would say, these kids are going to be raised by this structure, what will be the structure? 2 parents and a grandma, no parent, no dad, and a grandpa. Like, what will be the ideal structure for that kid to have the most optimal chances on this planet to actually thrive? What will be Tara structure?
So I just wanted to clarify, it's not terror structure based on empirical evidence, right? And the children do best environments where the adults that are around their child are doing what's best for their child, supporting them. What I'm saying is when you have a hierarchy and you said the man is the head and then the man is not there, now you have all these problems. If you have a family that appreciates the fact that their children are a part of the family and you support that, then it isn't just about the father. That's the problem. The core foundation of the nuclear family end up focusing too much on the father, not enough on the child.
You already said, well, 1 second, Fantastic. She didn't answer. You are telling what you don't like. I don't like dark chocolate. I don't like you didn't say what you like. So instead of saying what you, hey, please, 1 second. Instead of saying that you don't like the man at the heel and you don't like this and you don't like that, I'm going to ask it again in a way that you can explain to me. If you were the queen of the planet, what will be the structure where these kids will be raised? How many parents are at home, the mom or the dad? Like, what is, if you're not a fan of the nuclear family, what is your alternative that you think is better?
I think people should do what's best for children.
What is that?
Ma'am, you can't
What
keep
is
saying
that?
that.
What is
Ice
that?
cream for breakfast and eat pizza every day.
Oh my God!
Hey, hold on. Hey, y'all, don't go too fast, please. I want to stick right where Cheeky was. No, go where Cheeky was.
No, Ali. Let her. No, please, no. Hey, Ali, please, Ali. What is best for the kids? Every time you answer with the question and with the vague thing, we're going to do that. Yeah. What is best for the kids? Since it's like, let's go detail oriented, right? And by the way, Ebony, you have to refresh, please. What is the best for the kids, Tara? 2 parents, 2 moms, 2 dads, 1 dad, 1 mom, 1 mom and a grandpa, 1 dad and the grandma. Like, what is the best? What is the best for the kids?
The way you're saying it is like, it's not about the adult. What I'm saying is a household where you're not saying we have these layers. And if it's supposed to be the best for children, the children should be the center of the family, is what I'm saying.
Okay, we got that. We got that.
A triangle, and I'm explaining a circle.
No. We got that. The kids are the center, and everybody should do what's best for the kids. I will change the question just a second so we can actually change it, right? Who has the best results? Kids that are raised with the dad and the mom, and kids that are raised, for example, with a mom, because there's a default.
You're missing my whole point. Let me.
Oh my God!
Hold up. Let's be fair.
Hey, fantastic! You got it.
Can we be fair? In a nuclear family, who is the head of the nuclear family?
It has nothing to do with the head.
The nuclear family just means you have 2 parents on the same household. That's all.
A nuclear family has nothing to do with hierarchy. A nuclear family has nothing to do with hierarchy or structure.
Can we make a point?
Mother, father, child. That's all a nuclear family is. Stop. Can we destroy this kid first thing?
Are y'all listening? Hold on real quick, please. The fact that we keep putting kids first is why we're having kids out of wedlock, and we could just have a kid and say we put them first. This is becoming the dumbest thing to say now in our society, say to put the kid first. We need to put the man first, then the woman, then the child, like it's always been. And that's the problem. Because hold on, ma'am. Because we put the kid first, and we going backwards and have sex, and then have the kid, and then want the man to get married, and then you supposed to be a wife, but not a wife. And I'm not talking you, Tara, directly. Is why we're so dysfunctional. Because the kid, we prioritize the kid. Then the kid has identity issues because whether they're a girl or a boy, they don't know how to be a proper man or a proper woman. They don't know what they're supposed to do because we keep putting them first, like as if they're the adults. Our entire lives are running around pretending to put them first when we don't make sure they got a daddy in their life, and we don't make sure they got a good mother in their life as well too, because all of us dysfunctional. So can't we put each other first, and then the kids comes next, like it's always been? Stop saying the kid comes first.
You being honest, because y'all said it was no hierarchy, and you just said
it's not.
And this is why. 1 second, please. And this is why because Ali changes because Ali gave his opinion. No, Ali gave his opinion. Right. A matter of fact is that the nuclear family doesn't have no hierarchy. What it means is a family that has daddy and mom. When the kid gets off from school, daddy is cooking or cleaning or doing some business, and father is cooking and like there's 2 people there. I don't care who wins, who's bad with the worst. Like, yes, there's a nuclear family. You are against that, Tara? Against the kid comes home and has a daddy and a mom that are going to help him with homework and do all these things, no matter what the role is. Are you against that?
Here's the problem. In the case that we're talking about with what's these people named? Floyd Mayweather and Yaya, right? The father is not present. So if the father is not present, what does that mean for the mother and the child?
That she has to compensate.
Nothing. No, it means absolutely nothing.
Yes. Hey, Tara. No, perfect. And fantastic. Hey, what's Tara? No, Tara. You are Tara. You are the queen of the United States.
Man, she did it again.
Hey, Tara, you are the queen of the United States. Would you demand, like, would it better for that kid to have NBA young boy taking care? Like, would you say, hey, go live with that woman and both of y'all raise those kids? Would you be okay with that?
No.
When I wait, no what? So you wouldn't tell the father of the kids to say, hey, it's the best for this child that y'all be on the same household, so go back to home so y'all can take care of the kid. You wouldn't say that?
And it depends on when you say NBA YoungBoy, right?
Oh my God.
That's the father of the child.
That's the father.
Hey, let me say, can I chime in?
Everybody want to argue, nobody want to let me finish.
No. It's ugly. You're ugly and fantastic. I can go into it. Like, that's the father. Let's take the names out of it. That's the father of the kid. Would you recommend the father of the kid to go back home so we could take care
Which
of that
home
kid?
is he going to go to?
Oh my God, it's irrelevant.
He has a bunch of kids. Which
Please. Let's go with the nuclear family, right? Let's go with Ali, mother. Ali has kids by the same woman. If Ali wasn't present, would you say that Ali being present, being in the same house with his woman and his kids, is the best outcome for said kids? Would you say? What? Oh my God.
This is bad. People notice how every time somebody calls her out on her points, and when somebody sits here and summarize what she is saying and give it back to her, she always say, no, you don't know what you're talking about. No, you're missing what I'm saying. No, and it's like, instead of just simply saying, you know what, that is right, that's a great point, didn't think of it that way. Okay, I'll go ahead and I concede. But she doesn't want to concede whatsoever. And once again, guys, these are your women that you're going to get from TikTok. These are your women that you're going to get in the sisterhood. These are your women that you're going to get here in America. They're going to argue stuff that they don't even freaking know anything about. They're going to argue stuff that they truly don't even freaking believe in. And it's all based off of emotions, right? But these are the same women that swear up and down they are more emotionally intelligent than men, right? But once again, when you sit here and you look at this woman, they swear up and down that they're more educated than men. They swear up and down that they're smarter than men. But yet when you sit here and ask these women simple questions, they can't answer it. When you sit here and just rebuttal and say, hey, well, listen, this is what you told me. Now all of a sudden, oh, well, no, you're misinterpreting. It's just sad, but I mean, guys, these are the type of people that want to be somebody's managers. These are the type of people that want to lead a group of people. Like I said, she's always saying, no, that's not the point that I'm making. Ma'am, that's the point. You're not making a point. You're not making a point. You're just talking. Once again, guys, when y'all look at her mouth, man, any woman who has a mouth like this is a red flag. I don't care what nobody say. But y'all guys, let me know down below, man. What do y'all guys think? Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.